Watch the Truth and the Past of Big Bang, South Korean band. Big Bang is a South Korean boy band formed by YG Entertainment. Consisting of members G-Dragon, T.O.P, Taeyang, Daesung, and Seungri, the group officially debuted on August 19, 2006. Despite initial lukewarm receptions, their breakthrough came with the extended play, Always, 2007, which yielded the #1 song Lies. The song went on to top major Korean music charts for a record-breaking 6 consecutive weeks, and won Song of the Year at the 9th Mnet Korean Music Festival. Big Bang's follow-up releases furthered their success and popularity. Hot Issue, 2007, and Stand Up, 2008, spawned the chart-topping songs Last Farewell, and Day by Day after receiving the Artist of the Year award from the 2008 Mnet Korean Music Festival. The group expanded their endeavors to Japan, releasing both their second Korean studio album, Remember, and their first Japanese album, #1, in the same year, and consequently winning 3 awards at the 9th MTV Video Music Awards Japan. They would go on to release 4 more Japanese studio albums, Big Bang 2009, Big Bang 2, 2011, and the Japanese language edition of Alive, 2012, and Mate Series, 2016. Amidst their Japanese promotions, the members branched out to do solo activities. Taeyang and G-Dragon released solo albums, G-Dragon and T.O.P formed a subunit, Seungri and Daesung acted in musicals and hosted variety shows, and T.O.P went on to star in various films and television shows. After a 2-year hiatus in South Korea, Big Bang reunited in 2011 with their EP Tonight, 2011. Promotions were cut short when multiple members encountered legal issues. By the end of the year, Big Bang emerged as the inaugural Best Worldwide Act winner at the 2011 MTV Europe Music Awards. 3 months after their win in Europe, Big Bang released their most successful physical album, the Korean EP Alive, 2012, earning their second Artist of the Year award at the 14th Mnet Asian Music Awards. Alive became the first Korean album to chart on the Billboard 200, with the group embarking on their first world tour that concluded in early 2013. Their critically acclaimed third studio album Made, 2016, was preceded by several chart-topping singles, winning the group their third Artist of the Year award at the 17th Mnet Asian Music Awards. Their second world tour in support of the album gathered a 1.5 million attendance, making it the largest tour by any Korean act. Labeled as the Kings of K-pop, the members' involvement in composing and producing their own music, most notably G-Dragon, has earned the group respect and praise from the music industry. The quintet has been hailed K-pop icons for their part in spreading the Hallyu wave around the globe along with their influence in the genre. Big Bang have sold over 140 million records, making them the best-selling digital group of all time in Asia and one of the best-selling boy bands in the world. They have won numerous awards and set several records, including being the artist with the most weeks at #1 and the most #1 songs on South Korea's biggest online music service, Melon. Big Bang was the first Korean artist to enter Forbes magazine's Celebrity 100 and the 30 Under 30 Most Influential Musicians in the World lists. Citing their global popularity and contribution to K-pop, The Washington Post have described them as the biggest band in Asia and The Hollywood Reporter as the biggest boy band in the world. History, 2000 to 2006, formation and debut. Prior to the group's debut, a few of the members were already exposed to the entertainment industry. G-Dragon and Taeyang were the first ones to receive training under YG Entertainment at the age of 11. After G-Dragon was approached by YG Entertainment for possible candidates to start a boy group, G-Dragon contacted T.O.P, his childhood friend, leading to the latter to audition. At the time, T.O.P was an underground rapper under the stage name Tempo. One of his most popular tracks was Buckweld with NBK Gray. Seungri first appeared on the reality television series Let's Coplay, Mid Battle Shinhwa, a show in which idol group Shinhwa searched for members to make up the second-generation Shinhwa. The original lineup consisted of 6 members, the aforementioned ones along with Daesung and Seung, who were both auditioned in. Their formation was documented on television. Prior to their official debut, Seung was dropped. The internet broadcast of the documentary exceeded 1 million views. Big Bang held their official debut on August 19, 2006 at Olympic Gymnastics Arena in Seoul during the YG Family 10th Anniversary Concert, which was broadcast the following month. Their first single Big Bang, released shortly thereafter, contained the songs We Belong Together, featuring label mate Park Bom, A Fool's Only Tears, and This Love, an adaptation of the American rock band Maroon 5 song, rewritten and performed by G-Dragon. The single went on to sell nearly 40,000 copies. The second single, Big Bang is VIP, was released in September, eventually topping 32,000 copies sold. Their last single, Big Bang 03, followed, with final sales nearing 40,000 copies. The quintet received the award of New Artist of the Month for October in the 2006 iWorld Digital Music Awards. In December, the group held their first concert, The Real, at Olympic Gymnastics Arena for 12,000 fans. The release of their debut album, Big Bang Volume 1, since 2007-2006, followed. Debuting at number 3, the album went on to sell over 110,000 copies. 2007-2008, breakthrough success in Japanese debut. Big Bang at MTV Fast Forward, Thailand, December 2007. On February 8, 2007, Big Bang released their live concert album, The First Real Live Concert, which sold 30,000 copies by the end of the year. They also began the Want You Tour in support of since 2007, visiting 5 cities, Incheon, Daegu, Changwon, Jeonju and Busan. Their first extended play, Always, 2007, marked several changes for the group. Though members had previously involved themselves with writing and composing, the group took more creative control over their music, moving away from their hip-hop roots. G-Dragon composed and wrote most of the tracks, including the lead single Lies. The EP also saw the introduction of electronic music for Big Bang. Receptions were fairly positive, most notably in regards to Lies, which critics described as through the roof. Released as a lead single, it became their first #1 hit and the album sold over 120,000 copies. Topping music charts for 6 weeks, Lies went to become the first song to win the Song of the Month award from the iWorld Digital Music Awards for 2 consecutive months, as well as gathering the highest monthly sales in iWorld's history, with over 200,000 copies sold in September. Their second EP, Hot Issue, released in November of the same year, contained 6 tracks all written by G-Dragon, who was also the album's producer. Hot Issue followed its predecessor's success. The lead single, Last Farewell, topped various charts, including the Melon chart for 8 consecutive weeks, the longest-running #1 by a boy group. It also garnered the Song of the Month, Digital Music, award from iWorld, leading Hot Issue's sales to be moved over 120,000 copies total in South Korea. They also staged their Big Bang is Great concert, with tickets selling out in 10 minutes. Lies, 2007, MENUOOO. Big Bang took a new direction with the release of their song Lies by incorporating electronic music into their style. The song eventually became their breakout hit. Day by Day, 2008, MENUOOO. Day by Day, which continued the group's experimentation with electronic genre, went on to become one of their strongest singles, topping the charts for 7 consecutive weeks. Problems playing these files? See Media Help. Due to overperforming and exhaustion, several members were hospitalized, halting promotional activities. 48. Despite this, their albums and singles were in high demand, causing the record company to reprint and repackage them for re-release. Riding on the success of their EPs, the group collected numerous awards, including Best Male Group and Song of the Year for Lies in the 2007 Mnet Asian Music Awards. They later received the Artist of the Year and Digital Record of Year awards from the 17th Seoul Music Awards. The group earned a total of $12 billion, $11.5 million, by year's end. American Samoa, 2007 came to a close. Big Bang ventured overseas to Japan. Their first Japanese EP, For the World, 2008, charted at number 10 on the Oricon chart with minimal promotion. The group also held a concert at the JCB Hall in Tokyo Dome City. Big Bang returned to South Korea after their promotions in Japan ended. Although group activities were delayed due to solo projects, their third Korean EP, Stand Up, was released. featuring artists such as Daesung Dance and the Korean rock band No Brain. Stand Up exceeded the 200,000 mark in sales. Day by Day, the lead single, topped several online charts and held the #1 position for 7 consecutive weeks. It also became one of the most successful singles of all time in South Korea, selling over 5 million digital downloads in South Korea alone. The EP also included the top 5 song Heaven, the top 10 Oh My Friend, and the top 20 A Good Man and Lady. During the release of their Korean materials, Big Bang released the Japanese song, #1, from their first Japanese studio album of the same name, performing the song on Japanese radio programs and TV shows. The album peaked at #3 on the Japan's Oricon Daily Album Chart. Their second Korean studio album, Remember, 2008, yielded the #1 single, Sunset Glow, a remake of the song of the same name by Lee Moon-se, released in 1988. Strong Baby, performed solely by Seungri, was released as the second single. The album went on to sell over 200,000 copies. Big Bang received their second Artist of the Year award from the 2008 Mnet Asian Music Awards. 58. At the end of 2008, it was reported that Big Bang earned a total of $36,034.5 million. 2009 to 2011, solo endeavors, Japanese activities, and commercial success. Big Bang in 2011, while the group was on a break in early 2009, members pursued solo activities. They reunited to collaborate with 2NE1, their label's new girl group who had been dubbed as the female Big Bang at the time, for Lollipop, a song used to promote a cell phone by LG Scion. A music video was also filmed for promotion. 60. Big Bang also released their third endorsement digital single So Fresh, So Cool to promote the beer brand Height, although Seungri was not in the commercial due to the fact he was not of drinking age. Their second self-titled Japanese studio album was released under Universal Music in August 2009 and was promoted with 2 singles, My Heaven and Gara Gara Go. My Heaven, a Japanese re-recording of their Korean single Heaven from Stand Up, debuted at #3 on the Oricon Music Chart. Gara Gara Go charted at the 5th spot 65, and the album itself peaked at #3. Kicking off the new year with the 2010 Big Show concert at Olympics Gymnastics Arena, Big Bang flew to Japan to embark on their Electric Love Tour. Their third Japanese studio album, Big Bang 2, 2011, was preceded with 3 singles, Kowo Kikuseat, Tell Me Goodbye, and Beautiful Hangover. Kowo Kikuseat was used in the Japanese drama Oitora Sama. One Person, and peaked at #4 on the Oricon chart. Tell Me Goodbye was included in the Japanese re-release of Korean drama Iris. The song proved to be popular and gained favorable reviews, winning Song of the Year at the 52nd Japan Record Awards. 2 promotional singles were also released in their home country, the #1 song Lollipop Part 2 inches to once again promote LG Scion's Lollipop phone, and Shout at the Reds featuring the Korean rock band Transfiction and figure skater Kim Yuna in support of the 2010 World Cup. For most of the year, members individually promoted their own work, including the introduction of the subunit GD and T.O.P with their collaboration album. Big Bang also won several notable awards, including the Best 5 New Artists Award from the 24th Japan Gold Disc Awards as well as the Best New Artist Award. Near the end of May, the group received the awards for Best Pop Video and Best New Artist from the MTV Video Music Awards Japan 2010. After nearly 2-year hiatus as a full group, Big Bang returned to South Korea with their 2011 Big Show concert, showcasing songs from the upcoming EP Tonight. The album had a pre-sale order of 10,000 copies in World, beating the record set by TVXQ's 6,500 copies back in 2008, and moved 100,000 units in a week. Reception for the album was positive, with Choi Junavasi complimenting the group's new direction in the music, acknowledging that during the 2 years hiatus, the group's style and musical sensibility deepened. 7 days after the album's release, it was reported that Big Bang had already earned $7 billion, $6.6 million. Its lead single of the same name became a chart topper on the Gaon Digital Chart, while 4 other album tracks peaked within the top 10, including the #2 Cafe and the #4, What Is Right. After promotions for Tonight was finished, Big Bang released a special edition album with 2 new tracks, the chart-topper Love Song and the top 3 Stupid Liar. Their third Japanese tour, Love and Hope, kicked off in May in support of the album. All performances were sold out, and a total of 100,000 fans attended the tour. At the 2011 MTV EMAs, Big Bang won the Best Worldwide Act Award as representatives of the Asia-Pacific region with over 58 million votes. Love Song also won Best Music Video at the 2011 Mnet Asian Music Awards. At the end of the year, Big Bang participated in the YG Family 15th Anniversary Concert Tour. This was followed by a release of their third greatest hits album The Best of Big Bang, 2011, on December 14, which contained the Japanese version of Day by Day. The album topped the Oricon Daily chart on its first day of release and went on to sell over 14,000 copies in the first week. It was reported that Big Bang earned $78 billion, $69.4 million, in 2011 even though they had just promoted for half a year. The earnings included Big Bang's revenue concert for SBS's Big Bang Show, their 2011 Big Show concert and their Love and Hope tour in Japan. 2012 to 2014, international recognition, first world tour, and hiatus. Big Bang performing in 2012. In January 2012, YG Entertainment began releasing teasers for Big Bang's fifth Korean EP Alive, which was released in both digital and physical formats in February. Pre-orders for Alive amounted to 260,000 copies in 2 weeks. The album was generally well received and praised for showcasing the group's progress, musical variety, non-conformity while still maintaining Big Bang's unique identity by Mick and Karen. 3 singles were released to promote the album. Blue, the lead single, was released a week prior to the album and reached the #1 position on all major domestic charts. The second single Bad Boy peaked at #2. With the last, Fantastic Baby, rounding in at #3. The music video for the latter is currently the band's most popular, having received more than 300 million views on YouTube, the most watched video by a Korean group. Buoyed by the singles, the EP was a commercial success, selling in excess of 200,000 copies after 1 month. Internationally, Big Bang obtained 5 spots out of the top 10 on Billboard K-pop's Hot 100 and charted at #150 on Billboard 200, making them the first Korean artist with a Korean album to do so. Their popularity also boosted them onto the Billboard Social 50, entering at #24. They later received recognition from notable sites such as Time magazine, and a photo of the group was featured on the Grammy Awards homepage. The album release coincided with their annual concert, Big Show 2012, held at Seoul Olympic Park Stadium from March 2 to 4 to a sold-out crowd of 40,000 fans. This marked the official kickoff of their first world tour, the Alive Galaxy Tour, in partnership with Live Nation. It was directed by renowned choreographer Lorraine Gibson, with Big Bang performing at 21 cities in over 13 countries, with a total attendance of 800,000 people. Concert footage from Big Show was broadcast in 160 countries through MTV World Stage, which pushed the promotion for their world tour. The Alive Galaxy Tour marked the group's first ever concerts in the United States, Hong Kong and Europe. Due to high demand, additional concerts were held in Los Angeles, New Jersey and London. The quintet also performed at 3 Japanese dome venues for the first time, becoming the first Korean artist to perform at all 3 of these venues during its tour. The group concluded the tour with concerts in Osaka in mid-January along with a 3-night stint at the Olympic Gymnastics Arena in Seoul later that month. The Japanese version of Alive was released on March 28 both digitally and physically, with 2 additional Japanese tracks. Included with the physical copy of their album was a bonus Japanese version of their hit song Day by Day. It sold over 23,000 copies on its first day of release and peaked at #2 on the Oricon charts, eventually selling over 200,000 copies total and certified gold by the RIAJ. Japanese promotions began with a performance at 2012 Spring Groove Festival alongside top American and Japanese hip-hop artists. Big Bang was the first Korean act to be invited along with label mates to anyone. Following the success of their comeback, Big Bang released a special edition album titled Still Alive on June 3. It featured 4 new tracks including 2 new Korean tracks of which the lead single was titled Monster, as well as Korean remakes of the 2 additional tracks in the Japanese version of Alive. The album sold over 100,000 copies in its first month of release. A special monster edition of their Japanese Alive album was also released on June 20, following its Korean counterpart. The success of their special edition album further boosted the group's global recognition, peaking at number 11 on the Billboard Social 50. On November 30, 2012, Big Bang received a total of 3 awards at the 14th Mnet Asian Music Awards, including Best Male Group and Artist of the Year. G-Dragon also took home Best Male Solo Award at the event. They also received the Best Fan Category Award at the Italian Trail Awards. After promotional activities wrapped up, the members pursued individual activities for the majority of 2013 and 2014. In November 2013, Big Bang commenced their Japan Dome Tour, performing in 6 different domes venues in Japan, the first foreign act to do so. Gathering over 770,000 fans, the tour's total revenue, including tickets sold and merchandising sales, was $94 million. In October of 2014, the group performed at the closing ceremony of the 2014 Asian Games held in Incheon, South Korea, wrapping up the congratulatory performance. In November, the quintet embarked on their second Japanese Dome tour, which was the first time that any overseas artist performed in the 5 dome arenas of Japan for 2 consecutive years. By the end of 2014, Big Bang was the Korean artist that attracted the most concert spectators in Japan for the year in the 2nd overall. 2015 present, critical acclaim, 2nd World Tour, 10th anniversary, and military service. Big Bang performing in Dalian, China during their Made World Tour in 2015. After a 2-year hiatus, Big Bang made their comeback by releasing special project singles for their album Made, M.A.D. and E. The first single, M, released in May, included the 2 songs Loser and Bye Bye, charting at number 1 and number 2 respectively on Billboard's World Digital Songs chart, the second Korean artist to do so after label mate Psy for his songs Gangnam Style and Gentleman. 129, Loser won Song of the Year at the 30th Golden Disc Awards while Bye Bye won Song of the Year at the 13th Korean Music Awards. 130, the following month saw the release of A. The 2 songs, Bang 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 and We Like to Party, also went on to occupy the number 1 and 2 positions on Billboard's World Digital Chart. Bang 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 won Song of the Year at the 17th Mnet Asian Music Awards. Thank you for using voice text. You need to contact our sales support team to obtain a valid verification file. D was released in July and included Sober, Korean. Revised Romanization, Mon Jongsin, and If You and Sober landed on Billboard's World Digital Chart with If You at number 2 and Sober at number 3. The consecutive monthly releases concluded with E in August, with the song Zutter, featuring the subunit of GD and T.O.P, and Let's Not Fall in Love. The latter debuted at number 1 on the Gaon Singles Chart and peaked at number 1 on Billboard's World Digital Songs Chart. The combined sales of the singles have accumulated to over 25 million copies throughout Asia. To promote their singles, Big Bang embarked on their 2nd world tour, which received critical acclaim and was commercially successful. Kicking off with 2 shows in Seoul on April 25 and 26, the tour gathered 1.5 million fans around the world, making it the largest tour by any Korean act. By the end of the year, Big Bang had earned over $150 billion, $120 million. Despite the commercial success of the singles, the release of the full album was postponed to add new songs to the album and for the group to rest after 4 months of promotions. At the 17th Mnet Asian Music Awards, Big Bang emerged as one of the biggest winners of the night, winning 4 awards including their 3rd Artist of the Year award. Big Bang continued touring into 2016 for their Made VIP tour, visiting China, Macau, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan and the United States. The tour attracted over 500,000 people in mainland China alone, breaking Big Bang's own record for most attended tour by a foreign language act of all time in China. Their event in Leung, China attracted over 45,000 fans, breaking their previous record for largest audience drawn by a foreign language act of all time in China. The group was the highest earning artist in mainland China from concert revenue, surpassing local acts like Jay Chou and Eason Chan, by earning $70.3 million from 36 concerts, accounting for 70% of the entire total box office of South Korean artists in China for the year. In April and May, they toured Japan for their Fantastic Babies tour, meeting 280,000 fans. Big Bang later took home the Best Artist from the World Award at the 2016 MTV Italian Music Awards, becoming the first and only Korean act to win a prize at the event. Several projects were launched to commemorate the group's 10th anniversary. The first was the documentary Big Bang Made, which followed the group through their May tour in 2015, released on June 30, 2016. The band held its 10th anniversary concert tour, 0-10, from July 2016 to January 2017, which included sold-out stadium shows at Inmur Stadium Nagai in Osaka, Japan from July 29 to 31 and Seoul World Cup Stadium in South Korea on August 28. On the Japan leg of the tour, Big Bang broke their own record by being the first foreign act to hold a Japanese dome tour for 4 consecutive years. The tour drew 781,500 attendees from 16 concerts in Japan, and made Big Bang the act with the biggest concert mobilization power for the year in Japan, the first time a non-Japanese act topped the list. Overall, they gathered 1.1 million fans from the tour. The band held an exhibition, A to Z, to showcase the history of the group as well as to celebrate a decade with their fans. The exhibition ran from August 5 to October 30 at the S Factory in Seoul, South Korea. The exhibition traveled to Taipei, Taiwan in 2017 from June 24 to August 22, and included pieces from G-Dragon's Peace Seminason exhibit. After a year of delay, Made was released on both digital and physical formats in December 2016. 2 singles preceded its release, FXXKit, and Last Dance. The 2 title tracks, along with Girlfriend, took the 3 top places on the Gaon chart, selling over 1 million digital copies combined in 5 days. The same songs peaked at number 2, 3 and 4 on the Billboard World Digital Songs chart, selling 13,000 copies combined. The digital version of Made sold a total over 1 million digital copies on QQ Music, Kuku, and Qoo, China's 3 major music platforms. The album debuted at number 172 on the United States Billboard 200 with 6,000 equivalent album units, 4,000 of which were in traditional album sales, earning the band their second entry on the chart. They also debuted at number 1 on the World Albums Chart and the Heatseekers Albums Chart. 163, in their home country, South Korea, the limited edition physical version of the album was released on December 23, and topped the Gaon Albums Chart. 2 final concerts were held at Kokeok Skydome from January 7 to 8, 2017 to wrap up their 10th anniversary tour and Made's promotional activities. As per South Korea's mandatory military service requirement, T.O.P enlisted for his 2-year service on February 9, 2017 as a conscripted policeman. The remaining members will continue promotions without him. Artistry, music and lyrics. While K-pop is notorious for producing highly manufactured bubblegum groups, Big Bang have been praised for their individuality and ability to fuse a pop sound with rap, R&B and dance elements. The quintet is known for experimentalism and for a dominating style of music that surpasses genre boundaries. During the early days of their career, Big Bang's music was predominantly hip-hop and pop rap, although they incorporated R&B songs into their albums as well. A writer for Yahoo! Japan once compared their early materials to that of American hip-hop artists such as the Black Eyed Peas, stating that their songs included catchy vocals, rap and characters. The song Ma Girl, Taeyang's first solo from the group's first album, was described as smooth, sexy and bass-heavy, reminiscent of Omarion. Similarly, Seungri's first solo from the same album, Next Day, was stated to have an intense 90s Usher vibes. Always, 2007, was noted for its change of musical styles from their previous efforts, with the group experimenting with electronic dance music and setting it as the new music trend in Korea from their EP Hot Issue, 2007. The Shibuya-influenced Fool contained a heavy dance beat paired with a smooth disco coding. Day by Day from Stand Up, 2008, was admired for weaving in and out of tempo seamlessly and forcing a sense of anxiety on the listener through the beating undercurrent and hailed as an experiential masterpiece. They also collaborated with the Korean rock band No Brain for the rock song Oh My Friend. Alive, 2012, was noted for showcasing the group's voice instead of their usual autotune, being described as having a mature kind of intensity, with Blue being distinguished for including more interesting electronic samples and production techniques, and Bad Boy described as having a nostalgic sentiment, being called a perfect pop song that transcends language. Their song Monster was praised for its use of the piano and orchestra sound, and the composition for Bingle Bingle was noted for being electronic and retro, similar to the work of Katy Perry and Daft Punk. The group mixed a variety of electronic music with soft rock for their Made 2016 series, which was described as career exemplifying. Loser was cited for introducing a more mature style to the group without losing the images they had enforced through previous releases, while Bang 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 was noted for its modern EDM-inspired sound and Bye Bye for its boundary-pushing elements. In Let's Not Fall in Love, Big Bang was complimented for being at their most tender, with the song being described as having a lush production that evokes a range of emotions. Girlfriend was a mellow hip-hop throwback to the group's early days. La La La, 2006, Mnet, one of their earliest singles released, La 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 is primarily a hip-hop song. Oh My Friend, 2008, Mnet, although their roots are tied with hip-hop music, Big Bang recorded the rock-based song Oh My Friend with the rock group No Brain. Problems playing these files? See Media Help. Members of the band have branched out to other styles for solo projects, thus the group has been described as rich in variety for their fans. Taeyang's EP Hot was mainly a collection of R&B songs, with the singer stating that this genre was his main focus. Daesung's first digital single, Look at Me, GWI Soon, was a trot song, which drew criticism due to Big Bang's image as hip-hop artists. For his debut album, Heartbreaker, G-Dragon incorporated a mix of dance, hip-hop, and R&B songs. Justin McCurry from The Guardian said that each of the 5 members has his own individual look, and their musical range is equally eclectic, covering R&B, hip-hop, house, electro and pop. Additionally, they have been described as artistic superheroes for showing versatility and success in whatever they do by rivaling companies. Their continued experimentation with a diverse range of musical styles and their distinct personalities have been highlighted as some of the main reasons for their popularity and longevity. The Chosen Ilpo explained their strong lead among idol groups as a result of the quality of their music, noting that, whenever Big Bang promotes new songs, they want to introduce something new and tell us new stories. It is the reason why they are different from other idols, both in terms of their clothing and choreography. Internationally, Big Bang is often referred to as a K-pop group, a label which they do not appreciate, with G-Dragon commenting that, "We are Korean, so obviously they call our music K-pop. But we never thought of our music as K-pop. Our music is just our music." In addition, T.O.P noted that we don't divide pop music by who's doing it. We don't say, for instance, white pop when white people make music. The group is known for maintaining tight control over their career, heavily involving themselves since the beginning in the creation of the music and lyrics, as opposed to other Korean artists. G-Dragon is the most involved in the production of the group's materials, penning lyrics and composing songs such as Lies, Last Farewell, and Day by Day. G-Dragon, T.O.P, and Taeyang also collaboratively wrote Last Dance, with G-Dragon producing its composition. Recurring themes in their lyrics deal with love and relationships. Thank you for using voice text. You need to contact our sales support team to obtain a valid verification file. In Bingle Bingle, a protagonist is pleading to his lover to take the next step in the relationship. In contrast, Let's Not Fall in Love halts a relationship from growing for fear of breaking their lover's heart. Big Bang have also covered other topics in their songs. Fantastic Baby and Bang 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 are often described as club music due to their lyrical contents, with the former described as having an anarchistic theme and the latter being labeled as the party anthem of 2015. FXXK's use of vulgarity was seen as evidence to their growing age. Their song Loser was an attempt to humanize the group by discussing their flaws. Bye Bye was noted for its metaphor about sex. Sober talks about chasing one's dream, while Last Dance is an ode to the band's time together. G-Dragon's contributions were praised by the Korea Times, who described him as a genius singer-songwriter. The rapper himself describes Big Bang as an idol group not born of talent but through effort. a writer for Yahoo! Japan complimented the group for their involvement in their work, stating that perhaps by contributing to their own materials, not only do they become in sync with one another, but each person's personality stands out. Big Bang on stage in 2011. Stage. Big Bang is known for their lavish sets on stage, complete with choreography, costumes, and props. The quintet is choreographed by Seungri and sometimes Sean Evaristo. While they once relied heavily on street dancing for their moves, they have made a transition towards other styles of choreography. One of the moves, which incorporates the group lifting their shirts to expose their abdomens, quickly gained popularity online and became one of the top searches on the internet. Another one, in which the group incorporates the idea of jump roping as a dance move, also gained attention from fans. The dance for Bang Bang Bang, choreographed by Paris Goebel, was one of the most popular dances for the year 2015. Their stage fashion is also a highlight. Fuse TV noted that their outfits are almost as entertaining as their performances. The group first adopted the hip-hop concept for their debut. The release of Always in 2007 was accompanied by a change in image, with the group leaning towards a more preppy punk style, including skinny jeans with Converse or high-top sneakers, which became an ongoing trend in South Korea. Taeyang also traded his cornrows for faux hawk. Members of the group have also consistently altered their hairstyles and color throughout the years. Seen wearing brands such as Bape, Ten Deep, Louis Vuitton, Jeremy Scott, and Phenomenon, Big Bang would also wear custom-printed hoodies for many of their performances and music videos. They were also credited for bringing back old-school fashion into the mainstream, popularizing brands such as Nike and Reebok high-top shoes. Described as the most fashionable one in the group, G-Dragon is known to sport triangular scarves that were later nicknamed Big Bang scarves. T.O.P also gained a following for wearing sunglasses during performances. Their use of props during performances, including an abundance of pyrotechnics, streamers, confetti, LED lights, fog, as well as digitalized fire-breathing dragons and a rotor-spinning helicopter, have been well received by critics. In a review of their world tour, the Muse admired the group for playing every song like it's the last, for their precision delivery and their individual strengths. At the peak of popularity for Psy's Gangnam Style, the New York Times journalist John Caramanica noted how Big Bang's concert in New Jersey was the true wild heart of K-pop as opposed to Psy, highlighting their brightly colored costumes, choreography, and stage performance. In 2012, they ranked #1 in the Philippines' top 3 Mall of Asia arena concerts, and their concert in Lima was named the best in South America for the year. When compared to Western artists such as Justin Bieber and One Direction, Big Bang's performance were noted for having their edges crisper, the sound louder, the dancing sharper. They were ranked second on the New York Times list of best concerts in 2012 for their live tour at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. In March 2012, Chris DeMar, Time magazine's South Asia correspondent, wrote an article about her first K-pop concert at the Olympic Gymnastics Arena in Seoul, describing the group as K-pop gods for their stage presence. Their Made World Tour in 2015 was a critical and commercial success, with the Los Angeles Times calling their Anaheim concert an incredibly significant moment for K-pop, praising the diversity of their songs and performances, noting how the concert escalated the craft of live K-pop, which sometimes doesn't live up to the overwhelming enthusiasm of its fans, into a sleeker and more adventurous kind of arena spectacular. While including the group in their Best Concerts of the Year list for the second time, the New York Times noted how the electric, sleek and dizzyingly busy concert by one of South Korea's most vital K-pop acts made even its biggest American counterparts look like rank amateurs. Legacy. See also, Korean Wave. The name Big Bang alone carries significant weight in K-pop. It took about a decade for Big Bang to evolve from a young idol group into a quintet of cultural icons. The fashion-conscious, song and dance-loving artists became trendsetters, producing a variety of hip-hop tracks. Everything from their outfits to their hairstyles immediately became the standard. It was not just in Korea either. Big Bang reached beyond Asia, and the members have grown to be truly global stars. Big Bang's first 10 years have been overwhelming and left an indelible mark on Korean pop music history. Beyond magazine, Big Bang were the first Korean hip-hop mainstream idols, being credited for the genre spreading throughout the world as a representative of the Hallyu wave. The Korea Times have called them the icons of Korean pop music, and cited how G-Dragon's rise as one of the first idol musicians to produce songs since his debut album has inspired many young idol wannabes to become singer-songwriters. Yonhap news agency stated that the quintet has helped spread K-pop as a cultural brand spanning the US, Europe, Latin America and the Middle East. In 2011, BBC declared that K-pop bands, including Big Bang, are making their mark around the world, citing the group's contribution to YG Entertainment's economic growth. After the group won the 2011 MTV Europe Music Award for Best Worldwide Act, Google announced that its subsidiary YouTube would launch its own K-pop channel in recognition of the popularity and success of K-pop. The British daily newspaper The Guardian also published an article discussing the importance of how the win had shed light on the rise of Korean music across Europe. Jox Peterson from the Sydney Morning Herald credited their success for giving a idiosyncratic twist on their genre that breaks the mold of the idol group formula. Soo Park, the president of Drama Fever, has hailed them as the vanguard of K-pop. The Michigan Daily have described Big Bang as a rare group that both innovates and defines the direction a genre takes, affirming that the group and its solo acts have left a musical imprint that has affected the global music market. Mark James Russell, an entertainment journalist based in Seoul, praised the group for defying categorization, stating how of all the mainstream acts, they're doing the most to push boundaries of what is considered K-pop. Anna Fifield from the Washington Post claimed that they have defined and redefined South Korean pop music. They defy the idea that so-called K-pop is inevitably sugar-coated and factory-produced, and that boy bands are all about pretty faces and lip-syncing. Los Angeles Times praised their constant reimagination of sound and image, calling Big Bang as one of the most inventive, aesthetically visionary acts in its genre. In an article published for the quintet's 10th anniversary, Billboard stated that no act has enthralled the Korean music world in the past decade quite like Big Bang, later adding that they have shaped the Korean music industry and were enabled to surpass international boundaries and shirk off the limitations of K-pop's youth-focused industry. In their honor, their Big Show concert was chosen by the South Korean Touristic Committee for their Visit Korea from 2010-2012 campaign, crediting the group's big economic impact on the country. The group continues to be a prominent face of South Korea when it comes to tourism, being chosen by the South Korean Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism to be ambassadors for the country's creative icon slogan in 2016. In 2016, Big Bang ranked second on Time magazine's polls for most influential people in the world, behind only American politician Bernie Sanders. That same year, Forbes listed the group at number 54 on their annual list of Celebrity 100, having earned $44 million from June 2015 to June 2016. Becoming the first Korean act on there, the group had the third highest annual earnings ever for a boy band, below only One Direction and Backstreet Boys. Big Bang was named one of the most influential artists to impact the Hallyu wave over the past 20 years, being among the acts that best represent K-pop, and as the top male idol group in the past 20 years in Dongwon-ilbo's survey by both the Korean public and music critics. Additionally, they were the highest-ranking musicians in Jungang-ilbo's Most Powerful Figures in Korean Entertainment list, ranking at number 4. In 2017, they became the first Korean artists to be included in Forbes' 30 Under 30 list of musicians revolutionizing the modern music business. Titles released by the group have become some of K-pop's most iconic songs, with Lies being credited as their breakout and signature song and Fantastic Baby as one of the biggest K-pop hits ever. In their list of the 21 greatest K-pop songs of all time, Spin magazine lists Bad Boy at number 13 and the song Hi Hi by the duo GD and T.O.P at number 7. This TTS demo is for testing and evaluation purposes only. Any unauthorized commercial use is prohibited. Bad Boy also was the first K-pop song to be included in one of Fuse's Best Songs of the Year lists, while Fantastic Baby ranked at number 22 in Rolling Stone magazine's 50 Greatest Boy Band Songs of All Time list. Additionally, Fantastic Baby placed second and Love Song 13th in Stereogram's list of best K-pop videos. Loser was named by Billboard the best K-pop song of 2015. Lies was also chosen as a song of the decade by Mnet Countdown in 2014, and voted as the top male idol song in the past 20 years by both the Korean general public and music experts, that also ranked by Fantastic Baby and Day by Day at 4th, 5th and 6th places, respectively. Big Bang performing at the Alive World Tour in September 2012, their work, both as a group and soloists, have influenced numerous artists, including Jill Scott, Pixie Lott, A.M. and Nelly Furtado, Jaden Smith, T.O.P, Astro, BTS, Teen Top, Monster X, Chankita, Yunha, Dynamic Duo, Zion T, Sonamu, Top Dog, Newest, Mamamoo Hwasa, GOT7's Bam Bam, Block B's Yukwon, Icon, Blackpink and Grimes. The latter also stated that K-pop, in particular G-Dragon, has influenced her musical style more visually than anything else. The Chinese boy band OK Bang was specifically fashioned after Big Bang and was stated to have many similarities to Big Bang in terms of musical style, wardrobe and hairstyles. Filipino singer-actress Glisa de Castro draws inspirations from Big Bang and their stage presence when performing original Filipino music and acting. Rapper BWHY, the winner of Show Me the Money 5, revealed he started rapping after listening to Big Bang, while IU started gaining popularity after covering the quintet, citing Shinhwa, the longest-running boy band in South Korea, as their influence and role model. Big Bang's own influence extends beyond the music industry, shaping major trends in the fashion industry. Dubbed Big Bang Fashion, their style has gained a following throughout Asia, and became a cultural phenomenon in South Korea. The clothes that the members donned on stage are sold in boutique stores such as Dongdaemun. In 2011, Big Bang collaborated with Japanese clothing retailer Uniqlo to create t-shirts in promotion of their Japanese comeback. It was reported that the items were sold out within 15 minutes of the store's opening. Sun Times called the members 5 of the most daring, dapper dressers in the world, and praised their style for always being bold, innovative and trend-setting. Their impact on Korea's fashion industry was highlighted in Vogue Korea's exhibition in Seoul, marking 100 years of the country's fashion history. While the quintet have established themselves as fashion icons, being named one of the most stylish boy bands of all time by Western media, they have been criticized for appropriating hip-hop culture, specifically their use of clothes, color coordination, and hairstyles, among other cultures. Fandom: Korean fan clubs play an essential role in the K-pop industry. Their structure and operation is different from Western fan clubs. Each club has its own name and color. Big Bang's fans dub themselves the VIP, named after the single of the same name, and hold crown-shaped yellow light sticks. Credited for the spread of the fan rice tower, Big Bang has encouraged their fans to buy bags of rice and bring them to their concerts. The group then donates the rice to a charitable cause. For their first show in months, 12.7 tons of rice were donated from 50 fan clubs around the world. Despite their Korean heritage, the group are noted for having an international multicultural fan community. Celebrities across Asia have also identified themselves as VIPs, including Angela Appleby, Jairo Wang, Shu Qi, GM, Song Hye Kyo, 295, Jeon So-mi, Cho Yeo-jeng, Aileen Glisa de Castro. In 2016, VIPs were named the top fan base of 2016, beating against the fan base of popular artists such as Demi Lovato, Britney Spears and Selena Gomez. In an online poll, Philippine Daily Inquirer placed VIPs in their unranked list of the 10 biggest K-pop fandoms in the Philippines. Accolades: Main article, list of awards and nominations received by Big Bang. Big Bang is recognized as one of the most popular bands in the world, having surpassed 140 million records sold. The quintet is known for their multiple hit songs, with the Gaon chart reporting that music consumers have learned to trust the group's quality, calling them a phenomenon because their material is consumed evenly by a variety of age groups. This allowed them to win several Song of the Year awards from numerous award shows, including in the 13th Korean Music Awards, for Bye Bye and the 30th Golden Disc Awards for Loser. They were crowned Artist of the Year at the 17th Seoul Music Awards in 2008 and at the 7th Melon Music Awards in 2015. The group currently holds the record as the only artist to win more than one Artist of the Year award from the Mnet Asian Music Awards, having won in 2008, 2012, and 2015. The group won multiple Best New Artist awards during the early days of their career in Japan. Their victory as MTV EMA's 2011 Best Worldwide Act gained repercussion in Europe. They have won 3 World Music Awards, including Video of the Year for Fantastic Baby. Big Bang became the first and only Korean act to win an award at the MTV Italian Music Awards when they took home the Best Artist from the World Award in 2016. The quintet has been honored with the award for Most Influential Group in Asia at the 5th Gaon Chart K-pop Awards and with a Special Achievement Award at the 58th Japan Record Awards. In 2014, the 10th anniversary of the digital music market release in South Korea, Big Bang was revealed to be the second act with the most digital hit songs in history. With the release of the made singles in 2015, they became the first. Their albums Hot Issue, 2007, Stand Up, 2008, Remember, 2008, Tonight, 2011, and Alive, 2012, were also cited as some of the most successful digital albums in history. Their breakthrough hit was the 2007 Lies, which would stay on Melon Chart's Top 100 for over 54 weeks, the first song to spend over 50 weeks on chart, including 22 weeks on Top 10. The following Last Farewell tied the all-time record for the most weeks spent at number 1 on Melon, topping the chart for 8 consecutive weeks. In 2011, they reached the top of Psy World's Hall of Fame, making them the best-selling artist of all time in the chart. Their album Tonight, 2011, became the very first K-pop album to reach the top 10 on US iTunes chart. Their single albums M, A, D, and E, all released in 2015, made them the second Korean act after label made Psy to chart at the number 1 and number 2 simultaneously on Billboard's World Digital Songs chart, repeating this feat 3 times. In 2015 they became the first act to have 3 songs in the top 5 Gaon Digital Year-End chart, as well as the first act to hold the first and second spots simultaneously in the same year. They also became the first act to top Gaon Digital chart for 4 consecutive months. Their third album Made, 2016, was certified diamond by the Chinese music service QQ Music and became one of the best-selling albums of all time in China. In 2016, Lies and Day by Day were revealed to be, respectively, the second and the 5th most downloaded songs in South Korea since 2006. They are YouTube's most watched Asian group, with over 4 billion combined views. The music video for Fantastic Baby became the first by a K-pop group to surpass 200 and 300 million views on YouTube. They also became the first Korean act to have 9 music videos with over 100 million YouTube hits under their belt. Big Bang's Zero To10 concert in Seoul, their first world tour, set the record for highest ticket sales in Taiwan, while their London shows where they gathered the largest crowd for a K-pop concert held in the UK. Their Japan Dome tour in 2013 became the highest-grossing tour by a foreign act in Japan. Additionally, their Made World Tour, the biggest campaign undertaken by a Korean act, logged several achievements for the group, including most viewed online K-pop concert in history, O-Day concert in Kuala Lumpur, the largest K-pop arena tour in United States history, the first foreign act to sell out 3 concerts in Hong Kong on 2 separate occasions, one of the most expensive concerts in Malaysian history, highest attendance ever for a Korean act in Chengdu, China, largest Chinese tour of any Korean act, and the biggest K-pop show staged in Canada. The tour generated the documentary film Big Bang Made, the most viewed music documentary in Korea. Their 10th anniversary concert held at Seoul World Cup Stadium gathered 65,000 audience and became the biggest audience ever for a solo headlining concert in South Korea. Thank you for watching the video. Click on subscribe to watch the next video.